Oh, that's Jeff. What's up, Jeff? You startled me. I
Yeah.
was
Sorry, I was in a different
no,
webinar and wrapping up with my other stuff. So,
yeah. Oh shoot, hold on. I gotta start this recording.
Recording in progress.
I got a little too antsy, Jeff. My buddy messaged me and he said that Crocs had just signed a deal with or CROX. He said that they just signed a deal with Sydney Sweeney. And we remember the last time that happened with a stock, what occurred. We saw this number.
yeah. Well, and I mean, just here recently, Foot Locker got bought out by Dick's. That's
Really?
FL. I don't, they shouldn't exist anymore, but um,
What'd you say it was? XFL?
no, FL, Foxtrot Lima.
Foxtrot Lima. Oh, was this the day that happened?
Yeah, they got bought out by Dick's Sporting Goods. And then Skechers got bought out by a private equity firm. So
Really?
you can't even trade Skechers anymore. And I was just like, well, what does that leave us? Nike and Crocs?
Yeah,
And
Nike and Crocs.
and I mean that's the only footwear left that I can think of. I mean, Levi does jeans. I don't think they do shoes or anything like that. So anyway, so I mean, all the footwear people are getting bought out, it looks like.
Oh my gosh. Well, that makes me, here's my next question. So we had a little bit of change to the schedule and we were looking for like plays that are going to triple. You think a Crocs call? I mean, obviously, this is me just going out on a limb here. You think this is something for the people, or you think this is something we should stay away from?
You said they got bought out?
No, that so they partnered with Sydney Sweeney and
Oh,
they did some type of like big marketing deal. Um, and I was just remembering with American Eagle stock how it went from when they partnered with Sydney Sweeney, it went from like, $12 all the way up to $20 a share. So I'm wondering if we see something similar because Crocs is pretty beat down right now. Like it's
you,
compared to where it was.
you know, I'll say this. I've never, myself, I've never owned a pair of Crocs in my life. Okay. But
Yeah.
every person that I have ever met in my entire life that has got a pair of Crocs, they'd rather wear those to church than any other shoe. I mean, they swear by those things. And I'm just like, are they really that? Oh, they're the most comfortable shoe you'll ever wear. I mean, every one of them says the exact same thing. And I'm just like, man, I guess I ought to try a pair of Crocs on sometime. And I never have. I just
Never
never
have.
have.
I
So,
I love them because
yeah,
sometimes I go to the lake and it's nice to have them. What's he say? There's a reason why chefs and nurses love them. They're comfy.
yeah, yeah. Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like I said, I have never tried a pair on, but every person I have ever talked to, I mean, even my daughter, and I'll agree with them. My daughter is an ER nurse, and she loves the things. I mean, just absolutely loves them. And I'm just like, well, that's cool. So,
That is the well, and I don't know what it is with Crocs, but people really do like have an affinity for them. And my wife, she's got the ones that like she loves wearing them in the winter because they're like slippers. They're like they're like literally like insulated on the inside, and she
there you
just
go. There you
loves
go.
them. And I'm like just sitting here thinking to myself, man, what we're heading into Christmas time. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a little too optimistic on Crocs because of what happened with American Eagle, but I don't want to miss out on this opportunity if it's gonna go, you
No,
know?
no, I'm not gonna. I don't see where it would. Um, I mean, that's pretty crazy.
I mean, basically what you'd be trading here is you'd be trading like a massive breakout. You'd be betting on the stock to break out and just go,
Well, one
which
thing about it is, in my opinion, you don't have to risk that much on the trade.
no.
I mean, that's for sure and certain.
Like the I just bought a call that expired in a month for around $100.
Yeah.
So it's pretty low risk. I mean, there's a lot of ways to trade it, but
Well, I mean, if they ever broke below $72, there's probably going to be toast.
I was gonna say there's your stop loss,
Yeah.
$72.
Yeah. I'd
But then
be,
your option would be toast.
that's true. I'm not going to disagree with that. But if they ever break $72, it's probably going to go down and test that low from way back over there.
Oh, for sure. Oh, back here and what was that 20?
Yeah.
Yep, there you
Yeah.
go. Probably.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, if it's true, it's probably not a bad buy.
It's
Um,
it's probably not.
and I probably would say it'd be worth it just to see what would happen. It's a high risk play, I'll say that.
Oh, high
Um,
risk for sure.
yeah, it's a high
It's this
risk
is
play.
uncomfortable to buy this right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Which
literally, you're catching a falling knife,
yes,
and that's the problem with it. But what better place to try to grab it but off that support down there and see
that's
if it does work.
kind of my thought process.
Yeah,
Drum
And
me
we've
roll.
too.
seen
There's
Totally,
Alex.
totally agree.
Alex agrees. All right, we're in.
What's up? Sorry I'm late. I was
No, you're good.
picking up my mom from the metro or the train station. I picked up her friend too, who's coming up here, not staying with us, just going to visit other family of hers. And I went to go drop her off at the metro station, but I pulled into the bus stop and I just let her out. I didn't think it would be any problem, but then a cop pulled me over and was like, "This is illegal to pull over here." And then they did not give me a ticket though. They let me go with a verbal warning. So
Oh my gosh.
an auspicious start to the weekend, folks.
A verbal warning.
But that's why I'm late. So um yeah. Jeff, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Better now that I didn't get some expensive ticket.
That's right. Man.
Yeah. So all right. What were we talking about? I don't mean to come in here and
No,
We were talking about Crocs.
we're looking at Crocs because they just she's doing an ad campaign for Hey Dude Shoes, which is owned by Crocs. And we remember the last time Sydney Sweeney did an ad campaign for a company, what happened?
ooh, really? You know what?
Yeah.
Uh
So speaking of daily triples or monthly
oh wow.
triples, I was like, this is one that could potentially triple. And me and Jeff both mutually agree it's a high risk play. Like you're catching a falling knife and you're also buying on a 5% day up. So it's risky, but
You know what?
I don't know.
I saw some stuff come through today and I was like, "Oh, Crocs, please." But I should
Are
have
you
just
serious?
yeah, look at this. Let's see.
Here, let me stop my screen.
I'm gonna share my screen here.
Now you got me intrigued.
So you had some flows coming on Crocs? You
Yeah,
did.
at 10:30.
Holy cow.
At 10:30. Man, the problem is you just never know which ones to take exactly because like, yeah, it's I think I'm gonna start double checking some of the events, any events on each ticker. I think I'd probably pick. But like, look, man, woo, 10:30. This you'd have gotten this whole move. We could have gotten this whole move today.
Right.
Those options are only
They're cheap.
Crocs is not expensive stock, is it?
No,
And they
not
were doing
anymore.
79 and 80 calls.
Yeah, 79, 80 calls. Where are we now? 80? Oh man, that would have been such a big winner.
Yeah, it would have been a big winner out there.
Gosh.
I missed it too. I didn't hear anything until my buddy tagged me and he was like, hey, news dropped. And that was at 1 o'clock.
Yeah. Let's see when these came in. So I also have this thing. This second app I'm building. This is not the, don't worry. This is still in beta mode. I'm just kind of double checking. At 10:30, even, yeah, there was a ton of this different.
Wait, what was that? 6:08 p.m.
Yeah, this is on UTC time or whatever. It's because I'm using it through Xcode, which is the native iPhone iOS app development software. So it's all like I just didn't feel like changing the time. It's 4 hours ahead of time though. So this came off at what if it says 3:44? It was at 11:44.
Got it.
It was at 2:33. It was at 10:33. Which is really interesting timing wise because it was right after this shakeout here.
Mm-hmm.
There was like a pump shakeout, and then you're like, oh, okay, crap. But then look, meow. That's sick. I don't
Interesting.
know. I don't know. I mean, maybe buy it. Maybe wait to see what happens next week with this.
It's up a lot already.
What do you think, Jeff? Would you
When are
buy?
their next earnings?
Oh,
Ooh,
good
good
question.
question.
Soon, November. Not really soon at all. 30th of October.
Oh, it's got a month. Because I
Yeah,
know we're starting earnings season here pretty quick. And I
I
just got to think, what are their earnings going to do?
I
So
know. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, pretty interesting stuff.
It's kind of like the same timing of the setup for
the,
that AEO
the
had.
the only thing that I can say, it's kind of a high risk trade, but I
It
mean,
is.
it busts 72, Alex. It's toast. So we already know where
Hmm.
our risk is.
I know. Yeah, dude. If it went down to 72, like where's where? I don't even know. We're
Yeah.
back in
You got to go
2022.
way back in time in life to go find support after that.
This is a nice little
Yeah.
double. It could almost be a triple bottom here.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like I
A
said,
triple.
it's a low risk trade to see if you can bottom feed.
Yeah, you
That's
mean go
essentially it.
short, take a put, or just
Well, I
or get.
mean, you could probably sell a put spread if you wanted to, grab some, I mean, grab some premium off of it. But I'm saying if you buy it here, you don't have to risk but down to that 72 area. And if it breaks that, it's going down.
You're
And what
right.
you might do is maybe, I mean, if you're a stock trader, let's just put it that way. Maybe you buy it here at $80, then you buy, go out to like, December or January and buy a 72 married put to it. And if it dies off, you're protected that way and you can still hold the shares.
I like that. I like that idea. What do you
Yeah.
think about a debit spread? Like trying to, I mean, because like the options are going to decay, but if we do bounce off of here and we go up,
Right.
if we get to, I don't know, let's just look at it.
I mean, you got an easy $10 run out of the thing going to 90.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. So we could probably do an out of the money debit spread and for monthly expiration, October 17th. Um, what's the ticker? Crocs?
Yeah, CROX.
CROX. Yeah.
84.
Just to let you know, they're filling. Like I just sold one of those. I got 10% on it already. It just like filled above, way above the ask. So there's a high demand right now. Just watching the options change for these
So
contracts.
so this is, I mean, we could set this up. Oh wait, no, this is the wrong expiry. Let's go. That's why the stat. Ugh, that's not good. That's not a good profit diagram here. I don't think it's gonna go to 90. Could it? Where were we at? Nine. Actually, we're at 90 if it went up. So if we were to get over to if you were to go up to 90 on this, I don't know how much that'll matter. So it's seven. What was the downside protection there? 72.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
72. I mean, you could 72. You wouldn't necessarily get out with 100% loss if it did go against you. You could get, if it does go up to 83, get a 50. Let's see. This is a little better, maybe. So, I mean, I'm just spitballing here. I like your idea, Jeff. It's a little more advanced for folks. I wonder, what do you think of this, like just this bull call spread going for some like juicy? And we could get 100. If this goes up to 90, I mean, we're looking at 150, 168% gain, 160% gain.
Right.
So we could go and it goes 72, you're going for a full. If it drops hard, I mean, you can get out, right? I mean, really, even before 72, I would say 73. So if it breaks below 74, 73, get out for 68%, 75% loss. But if it goes up and if it keeps on going up,
It's just that look at that juicy support right there. If it breaks it, man. There's your defined risk.
all right. I'm kind of interested in this.
I
October.
just wish I bought it yesterday or something when it was a lot cheaper and the spreads weren't all messed up.
I know. I know.
Because now you can hardly even get in.
Let me see how difficult this is, like what we can actually get in real life on this 82 and a half. I wonder if we just go straight up
What's
at
the
80,
IV at on these?
probably high.
Let's see, because the VIX is down a lot today. 165% on the weeklies. We're not buying those. Not too bad. Only 48%.
IV?
Yeah, it's not terrible. On the October 17th though. But I would like to, if I was to take a long-term options, I feel like I would want to have something that expires after their earnings, so I can have exposure to it.
Well, for the IV run up,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a bad idea. That's gonna be. I don't know if Crocs even trades that much for that far away. I guess
Yeah,
it
well,
does.
that's the problem. I was trying to get in, and it's just a liquid.
When are earnings? November what? 30th?
October 30th, I think.
Oh, October 30th.
Yeah, seeing about the October 31st calls were the ones I was looking at, but they're just, I mean, the spreads are god awful.
Yeah, I'm not liking the P&L there.
No.
I mean, I don't hate this. It's just $60. We could get if it goes up to 90. Strange, a little strange, but still get
You're
a
doing a
60.
dollar wide spread?
Yeah, actually, it's kind of expensive because we do.
Yeah, because you're already past 80. So if you do an 81, 82,
I mean, this is kind of juicy. $50, we can make 100. We could double our money.
yeah.
Let's see, what's the 82? A little worse. $45. All right, I think, what was it, 82 and a half?
Yeah.
Let's see this. So 81,
5,100.
and that's the net debit on that that's like, oh yeah, I like that because like the net debit's 50, the spread width is a dollar 50. So you're a third of the spread. So you have that means you have better profit potential, right?
Right. You can make 100% on that.
Yeah. Yeah. If it goes up a lot, I mean, you can make even more maybe. Okay, so I'm gonna do this one. I'm not willing to spend like 125 bucks on Crocs, but I am willing to spend 60.
I think that's reasonable. Because
So
it really is a shot in the dark, but this is one that could triple if the Sidney Sweeney effect carries through for them too.
yeah, don't fade Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, that's right. That's like fading Trump.
Yeah. Okay, it's popping all over the place, man. Let's try and get in for 50. I'm gonna set this for 50. Let me set I gotta pull up my Slack. So I can type it in, ladies and gentlemen. What did everybody think about this? So you think this is interesting play? Look, so this is if you see it, this is the profit. So basically we're gonna be bouncing around here now. It's going up, but I mean we could make, you know, now it's at 87%, 94%. But if we get filled to 50 though, we can make 150% on this. So let's try this. So this is a good old and this is sort of what we want to do on. I was thinking we could do on more Fridays is doing the longer term, plays. So you're going to buy to open Crocs CROX 17 October 25 $81 call, right? We're doing a call spread. We're going to sell to open Crocs. Also, same expiration date, October 17th, 2025. 82.5 call. Now, I'm just going to drop this in here. I'm going to tell you what to get in, though. Okay, so let's look at this. I'm going to tell you what we're going to try and get 50. Let's start at 50. So let's see. Okay, it's at 60. It's moving all over the place. Let's start at 50. And we'll see if we get in. Sorry, I set up a credit spread by vertical. 81, 82.5. Let's go. Let's just set it for 50. Probably might not get filled. It's kind of already moved up, but it's all over the place. Let's see. We can make max profit per contract or double. We can basically double our max our debit with this. Let's try it.
That's a let it cook. If it
Yeah.
pulls back like 2% on Monday, don't panic.
Yeah, this is you want to set, look again, write this in your notes, put it on your chart. $74. We break through 74, like under 74, get out. Just cut it because it's got a free fall zone after that. So
but it's coming up to a level it's bounced more often than not historically. So I'd love to see it run up.
Yeah, I would love to. I mean, I feel like it will.
I feel good about it too.
Let's go ahead. If we get in for 60, what does it look like? We can still get 131. If it goes up to 90. Okay, we're gonna go. I just want to try and get filled on this. I'm gonna go 60. It's at 65 now, but so 50 is kind of far away from it. Let's go 60. Notch that entry up to 60. And we'll let that work. And now, of course, it's at 70. All right. Well,
and I'm gonna look at some insider knowledge and see.
Right. There we go. I got filled at 60. Up 8.5% already.
Arbitrage.
Yeah. Wow. Infinite money glitch right there.
There it is. It's funny.
All right. So everybody, let me know if people got into that as well.
I'm working 60.
All right. Word.
All right.
Cool, man. Yeah, we've been, ladies and gentlemen, if you were in my Telegram, this has been a busy day. We were just, I mean, it was wild. It's been a chop city. We should have held on to silver. We got out like a small gain, but man. So we got these calls coming in, Jeff, on silver today at $42. And we would have been looking hot. Unfortunately, we got out, but it was I mean, we got into this chop here and like everything was like, it was just, I was watching these positions and it was like, man, it's I was watching SPY too, and it's just like everything was just it was tough. Actually, let's see.
So real quick, just gonna put out there for everybody who's curious, Patricia Reagan is the CFO of CROX, and they just bought 3.4 million shares or $3.4 million worth of shares, 45K shares. She just bought on 9/22 for $77 a share. So until she sells, it might be one of those. So that's all that's all I'll say about CROX.
I tell you when you can kick yourself on, put in IBM.
Is it filling the gap?
Yeah, if you go to a daily.
Woo!
See that
it filled the gap.
See that gap? They filled it today.
Yeah, that's not well. Yeah, we're up 58% actually on that. Were you here when we opened that spread, or was it with somebody else?
It must have been somebody else. I was like, I mean, I looked at it this morning. I was like, man, when I get done with this, I'm going to be buying some IBM calls. And I never did it. And right before we started this, I was just like, where's IBM? I was like, oh, they filled the gap.
Yeah. So this was last week. I forget when, but we took I was like, we're going to go for $79. If it fills the gap, we'll be up like 100 some. We have to let time decay work in our favor a little more. But I think that
I wish I was in there on that one.
We're up 56. Yeah. 56%. Anybody else get into that one from, the last week's profit panel? I mean, I saw that curve happening, that crossover after that sell off post earnings.
Right.
I was I mean, IBM is like,
the thing that got me is when the S&P dumped off almost 2%, right?
Mm-hmm.
I look over at IBM and it was just like, up yours. I'm not going down.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, if this S&P turns around at all, that IBM's going to shoot. And lo and behold, it did. And I missed it all. So I feel better now.
Nice. Yeah. Jim's in IBM. Jim,
Good.
what you sitting on there? The debit spread? Let me know in the chat.
How you doing, Jim?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we might touch all-time highs here. So, we'll stay in it next week. We'll see what happens. The good news is because we're basically at this level now, theta is going to work in our favor, as long as we can kind of stay around this range.
Oh yeah.
Because you're as long as you're above like your break even or your basically your break even here, theta works in your favor on debit spreads just like it does on credit spreads. So um yeah, we're gonna stay in it to next week. I think we can still get 120% out. I think that was our target profit. And next week, this is the October 17th, so we still have a little ways to let it roll. But yeah, dude, I forget IBM has like AI agents. I think that's like the bull case for IBM is it does. I forget what they do with AI, but I remember reading about it, and it's like they're actually well positioned for the AI surge and well, not boom. I guess it's already booming, but they're well positioned for the AI future. Maybe is a better way to put it. Um, but yeah, man, I'm gonna look at that back to silver. I know we love talking about silver, but we would have hit 42 today. We got out with this choppiness probably around here, I think today. But you can't win them all. I just didn't know like what SPY was. It was just it was choppy today, right? There was a lot of gamma all over the place. Shannon got in on Crocs at 61. Okay, Shannon, so you still be good. We're up 12% on that right now. We'll let it run until next week. LAC. Anybody take LAC, the Lithium Americas? We did that with all these. Oh shoot, I don't want that. Um, did you say? I don't know. You heard the news, right? I guess Jeff, that we're taking a stake in Lithium Americas too. The government is.
I did not read that today.
Yeah, I think it was
Ah,
a couple days ago, but we had this big old gap, and so we decided we were going to do a YOLO, just because like MP Materials, I kept on thinking it would sell off, and afterwards I thought Intel would too, but they didn't, and so I'm kind of thinking the same play with Lithium Americas now that the U.S. government's taking a stake in it, that it's just going to kind of keep on going. So we're
now
down 13% on that, but we're going to keep on holding.
do they do that? Do they do the same thing as that? Was it Centrus Energy, that LEU?
Lou?
Yeah, is that right? I can't remember. I think they're lithium.
Is okay? Are they? Because I don't know if they did or not. They're up too though. Lithium.
Yeah, but see that big spike green bar right there? Right there. I mean,
Right,
yesterday.
right here. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that this morning and I was just like, hi, what are they doing?
Jim says they're uranium.
Oh, they're uranium. Okay. Thank you.
That makes sense. I bet URA is up hard today too, or it was up hard yesterday. Okay. So we're steadily backing into what URA is probably composed of. Oklo. Um, I think it's Camco.
Yep.
It's Lou, I think, as well. I know we've looked this up multiple times, but
Yes, we have. We
yeah,
got bad memories.
yeah. But yeah, so this is what I'm saying. Like, look at this clear rejection of the nine. Like, uranium's just going higher, ladies and gentlemen. It is not slowing down. There's no reason for it to slow down. I mean, if uranium slows down, it means the AI thing narrative is going to break. Um, and honestly, even if it doesn't, even if the AI were to break, which is a main driver of this uranium demand because of the nuclear rollout, I think like nuclear is hot now. The government's
Yeah.
already signed a ton of contracts to start building these stuff out. Not only for civilian uses, right? But a lot of the Pentagon stuff is going to start doing nuclear, and yeah,
Well, I think another thing is they're finding basically wind and solar aren't up to snuff, but nuclear is, and it's still a clean energy.
yeah,
So I think a lot of them are going over to that as well, just because it's still a clean energy and everything like that. And it's like unlimited power that way, as opposed to wanting the wind to blow or the sun to shine.
Right, right. And like I think we've talked about this before. Like the environmentalists, I'm fairly crunchy myself. I love nature. But the environmentalists really did a number on nuclear back in the 70s, and it really
Yes,
slowed it down.
yes,
But the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, 19-year-old ensigns on submarines and aircraft carriers can keep these systems running, and they're fine. Like they go to the what's it called, the Navy school, it's like A school or whatever. They
right.
learn how to do it. They're 19 years old, never go to college, and they can manage these nuclear systems. So the engineer, I mean, you're an engineer too, Jeff, so like I would love, maybe you know more about this than me, but it doesn't like it the science and the engineering capacity is there to make these things run effectively and without big meltdowns.
That is a field that, I mean, it basically you need to be a physicist to run those things. I mean, nuclear is just weird.
uh
So, I mean, you gotta either be a chemical engineer or a physicist to be in those places to know exactly how it works and what's going on.
yeah,
So, I mean, if you go to a nuclear plant, half the people there have a PhD in physics.
yeah,
So, but yeah, it's a strange field. I mean, even electricity to me is kind of foreign. I mean, I can do the math. I got that. It's just that's why I'm a mechanical engineer because I can grab things.
right, right.
I mean, that's the thing. When it comes, my brother's an electrical engineer, and I swear he'll start talking about stuff. It's like, I know the math. Just tell me how it works. And he goes, well, it's the math. And I was like, no, it's not. I mean, when you put your finger in a socket and no, you get electrocuted. I don't see it electrocuting me, but by golly, it does.
Yeah, I don't see the electrical equations burning my fingertip.
Yeah, exactly. And so, but yeah, I mean, I get, the current and the ohms and all that stuff. I just don't understand. I mean, you can't see it, you can't touch it, you can't, bend it around and, make cool stuff out of it. So I just leave it alone and let him deal with that, and I'll take care of building engines. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, that's what I did. I built stationary natural gas and diesel engines.
Oh, that's
I,
sick.
I like engines.
Yeah. I've always wanted to go to like just community college and like take like a mechanical,
Oh
like
yeah.
like a class with just like car repair or whatever. I was
Yeah,
fun.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Um,
So, yeah, and what's really nice is, I mean, the engines I worked on were big bore engines. I mean, the smallest bore we ever worked on was, like 8 inches. Everything else was, on average, it was 14-inch bore on the engine. And we went up to about a 24-inch bore on an engine. And I mean, these are big pistons. And so when you're working on something like that, everything's a lot easier as opposed to little car engines and stuff like that. Everything's real small.
right,
But
right.
but in these things, everything's huge. And so you can really understand how the engines work and how they, operate, and hey, this is failing, I can fix this, and it's a whole lot easier. It's a lot heavier. I mean, everything's done by a crane, but besides that, it is a whole lot easier to learn an engine off those big bores. And then you can go to the small engine, and engine's an engine. It doesn't matter what kind of car it's in, an engine's an engine.
Yeah,
So if you get all the electronic stuff thrown off of it, then you basically just have an engine. So
right.
so that's it's really cool how those things work. Whether it's diesel or natural gas or gasoline, whatever it may be, it's just different injectors and everything. So
Man, it's so valuable too. Like I'm great at computer stuff, but
hmm
man, if the electricity goes out, I'm coming down to Alabama, Jeff, because I'm screwed.
well, what you need is to go and get one of those solar generators. And the only thing is, always beware of the amps that are on those things. You'll need something that has at least like 20 amps or something. And they get kind of pricey. But if all your power goes out, at least you can, charge it with a solar panel, or you can plug it in and charge it, of course.
Yeah,
But you can get a 1200 watt 20 amp generator for around, 1,500, $2,000. And man, your power goes out, you just plug your, UPS or your computer into that and you can run all day long off that thing.
So okay, well if the world ends, we can still trade, ladies and gentlemen. So
That's
I'll
right.
get that generator, and we'll still be doing profit panel.
Yeah. I've got one. Actually, I have two of them. I got one that's a 3 amp, 1,200 watt generator. And of course, we have a lot of storms and hurricanes and all kinds of stuff down here. Now, I'm on the Gulf Coast. And so all I have to do is bring that thing inside and I plug a UPS into it. But then the UPS is my internet and everything else that I need for, trading and my computers and stuff like that. So I plug my UPS into it. Then I take another one and take it over and plug it into my refrigerator and another one into my freezer. And my food's cold and all my electronics work just fine. So,
That's sick.
yeah. I mean, just what was it last Friday? What for whatever reason, one of the poles that was across the street from us literally fell over and yanked all the wires down. So my wife calls me and she goes, "Hey," she goes, "I can't lift this generator." And I was like, "Oh." I said, "Well, use the extension cords." I said, "Just plug it into the stupid because it's out in my shed." I said, "Plug it into the thing and just take the extension cords up there." And she goes, "Oh, okay, I can do that."
Yeah.
So, but yeah, but
That's yeah. I roll. I do jujitsu. I roll with some guys who are linemen.
oh my goodness.
And dude, they don't. I don't think they work out ever. They just do jujitsu and they do that stuff. But they grab
Man.
onto you, and you're like, "Oh, I'm not getting out of this." You can't let them get a hold of you.
Yeah.
They're strong. They're strong as hell, man.
Yeah, they're mountains on legs.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um. So how's that everybody, that Nike position? We're at 100%. We're gonna let this expire worthless because this is our strike that we need to stay under, and Nike is not going to recover there by market end. And remember, this was a weekly expiration, so we are
so
did
it
it?
expires today?
Yep.
Okay, good, because we got earnings next week.
Oh, do we? Okay, yeah,
On
these are
9:30, there are earnings on Tuesday.
on Tuesday. Yeah, so we're just gonna let this expire worthless. Did anybody get into the Nike spread? It was a bear call spread, right? Let me know in the chat. We want to hear from you. We want people to be getting some good trade victories out of this. Of course.
Yeah, we sold the 72.73.
Yeah. Yep. And I mean, we were pretty confident on this trade because like
Yeah,
Nike's not looking hot. I mean, I don't know. I guess they're getting hit by tariffs. They don't have Jordan anymore.
yeah,
They don't have
yep.
Mike. So
I'm still in it.
yeah. So you don't have to do anything. There's no you sometimes you want to sell like if it was up here and we were like at a 50% winner,
Yeah,
you might want to just close it out now because you don't want to. There's like you have 15 minutes after the market closes that things could change, right? And you don't
right.
want to get it signed on a spread, or else you'd have to buy the underlying shares. Um, it's so far away though. When it's this far away, when you're at 100% profit on your spread, let it expire worthless. Save on the transaction costs. Just get that 100% premium. There's nothing else you have to do. It expires today. It's over. Go into the weekend. You get a nice 100 return on that 100% return on that premium.
Right.
So Bea has two solar panels. Oh, got Latasha building tiny homes on her land in Ocala.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You gonna Airbnb those, Latasha? Let's see. So Crocs right now is up 16%. We're gonna hold that. LAC, we're gonna hold until next week. I'm just looking at open positions for profit panel. Let me move this into a new group just so I can keep everything together. Profit panel. Move this Crocs position into there. We got out on SLV. We're gonna hold Rigetti into the tomorrow Monday. I think we could see some continued downside here on Rigetti. What else are we looking at? Let's see. Let me go ahead and click out of here. I'm curious what the news, what I kind of had my day broken up today
Well,
through
if you're
various.
wanting something kind of, I don't know, I almost want to say longer term. There's a PBF Energy. PBF is this ticker symbol. They're a refiner. And with all the refineries that are going under, there's getting to be fewer and fewer of them. And there's been more and more demand out of PBF to refine other products. And
Interesting.
it's been doing really good here lately because of that. They just, um, if you'll notice, it goes back about a month or two there. That's when the Chevron and Phillips and Valero over there in California said, "Hey, we're shutting down," and everybody started jumping into this refinery, started pushing it up. So nothing going in there.
No,
Hmm.
I was just seeing it. It doesn't mean anything necessarily. That's no, but I was curious. I'm always curious.
Yeah, but anyway, that's one just to kind of keep your eyeball on the energy side, and it's more of a supply demand thing, just because, like I said, the refiners are getting fewer and fewer, and they still refine all kinds of stuff, anywhere from gasoline down to asphalt.
Yeah.
So, but anyway,
So you think? I mean, this is a, and it's an interesting word, interesting entry point. I mean,
hmm
we're crossing back over the 200,
right. That's
and
why
we,
I've been kind of keeping an eye on it and thinking, well, yeah, they got a little bump up here, but they're going to have to, really get moving to get above that 200-day moving average. And lo and behold, they did.
yeah,
And I was just like, wow. And I had an alert on it and it went off this morning. And I was just like, well, okay, all righty. But it's something to keep your eye on because that thing has really a good ways to move up if it does catch a bid.
we're at 32.81 now.
Yeah, it's a cheap stock.
That's
So, but I mean, this thing could go right back up to that 39.40 area real easy. So, what is that? Yeah, right around $40. Yeah, 39.40. I don't see why it can't get back up there.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a consolidation right around 40, I would say. I would say that's about yeah, some little taps, some taps, then sell off. So if we were to go up to 40, let's look at the debit spreads. Because the contracts are like 225. We're at 32. Dang, that's 2 weeks from now. What are the other games in the town? What are the other games in town? PBF? I mean, Valero? Like, but
Yeah. Um, let's see here. There was,
James, we're looking at Peter Bravo Frank. Peter Bravo Frank, PBF. I mean, because that's a pretty good bull thesis, man. If all these refineries are closing down,
yeah, MPC and Phillips, PSX,
let's see what happened.
Marathon and Phillips Petroleum. MPC is Marathon.
Oh, on the daily chart, we're actually above the 200. Interesting. That's a better trend, actually. On the weekly, we've crossed over. Let's look at the month for this. Crossing over on the month too. All right. You said PSX?
Yeah, PSX is another one. They're a refiner.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
They're well above.
Yeah, and then MPC is the other one, Marathon Petroleum.
Wow.
Yeah. Those are your refiners, and man, all of them are getting bought up just because we don't have much refining anymore.
We don't. And I mean, it's kind of like uranium. There's just not that many great uranium companies either.
Yeah,
Or a short
exactly.
supply of it, right?
Right.
Let's see, what's the options volume on each of these? Let's see, this is 2.2 on PBF, MPC, 1.2 PSX, 1.8. So actually, PBF has the most volume. Probably get the best
hmm
the best spreads for that.
Yeah.
We'll get there, Aries. We'll look at TMC. I'm trying to think. Trying to think what the best way to structure. So if we're going up to 40 on PBF, we could go. So we could be so crazed with this if we wanted to be, but I don't think there's much volume up there for these way out tickers. There's not. So we probably, if we do want to do spread, we can go long. I mean, I think it's a good thesis for going just long the underlying, but like, you know,
What's a 34.35?
let's see.
Oh, 65 profit, that's all?
Yeah, I mean it's a 200, you know, if it goes to 37.50, which is PBF. 37, so it goes up to here, which is not even really not that close to the profit target at 40. I mean, you're still looking at
Mm-hmm.
still looking at almost a triple here.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. All right, let's do it. Why not? No, not why not. I think this is actually a really good like trade, honestly, because like, yeah, I mean what's the status? Is Valero actually, are they going through with closing that, or is this like a intro threat to California?
No, they're closing by I think it's June of next year, Valero is. So PSX is closing by December, and the other one uh already closed out. So
Oh,
but
wow.
yeah, Phillips is leaving out by December, Valero is by like June of next year. I
Wow.
mean, yeah, Phillips is already down to a skeleton crew. I mean, they're just everybody else has been fired or transferred somewhere else.
Oops. So we go 34.35 net debit, dollar width, about a quarter of the width is the net debit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like it. All right. All right, let's see what we can get in the real world. 17th of October, 34.35 debit spread. And these are going to take, I mean, we're going to hold these for a little while, folks. So this is not going to be like a next week play unless it goes up to here by next week, which it could, and we'll get out. But you know, we might hold. I mean, we'll be updating you on these positions through at least the 17th, at late, you know, for the at longest, right? Oh, now we got some good. Okay, looks like volume's flowing in. The bid ask spreads are getting a little better. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna type this out. Let me open up Slack again.
CROX 17, 34, 35.
It's the October 37, yeah, October 17th, 34.35 bull call spread. So it's a debit spread, right? You open it up, it's a debit spread. Buy to open PBF, PBF, both contracts, same expiration date. This is 34.35 call. Where's that chat? Boom. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go now. I got that for you all. Let's see if we can get filled. I'm gonna try 30 just to get off to start it.
I took
See.
33
You got filled? Okay.
at 33, not 30.
Yeah, I might. Yeah, triple Fridays. This is triple Fridays. Longer term spreads, options that we can get to try and get a triple on. You know, I mean, I guess 200 is 200 is a double. I mean, a triple. Sorry, 200% is a triple. It's Blake's favorite day of the week. I hope it's all y'all's. I hope this makes. Hope we get some winners so it can be all of our favorite days of the week. Yeah, I'm not getting filled at 32. All right, let's get filled before power hour starts. Or power 30 minutes, last 30 minutes of the day at least. TGIF, Shannon, that's right. It has been a busy week. Markets have been wild. You're not getting filled at 30. Well, I wouldn't. Okay, don't. Let's see. I'm not getting filled at 33. I'll go up to 34. I got filled at 34. All right. So, yeah, let's keep an eye on this, right? We'll see how this plays out. Looking forward to this. Add to group. Yeah, brokerages may vary. I like Thinkorswim. I feel like I also can't get into Robinhood anymore. I forgot they have horrible customer service. I can't open a Robinhood account. I like had one years ago, and then I have been perpetually trying to get back on, but I can't get them to send me an email to reset my password. So I use Thinkorswim. So
what's up with this wave indicator thing you got?
yeah, well, you know what? That's interesting that you ask. Let's go and look at this. Let's see what the wave indicator is showing us on PBF. So actually back here, these are all the past alerts. You can see this is a put, right? Actually would have paid off. But now back even in August, we had a giant call. Now this is what's cool. This is what is a confirmation for this PBF spread, right? Latasha, we won't open any more positions, I promise, without you here. Have a good weekend. And I hope everything's okay. So this is another. So you see back here on August 22nd, we got a call signal. So my wave indicator, right? Now, basically, I love moving averages. If you've been here, you know I love moving averages. Basically, the only technical thing I use to trade, really, moving averages. I use volume, but it's secondary to the moving averages because they provide the support and resistance levels. Now, this is called a moving average ribbon. I've custom coded some responsive moving averages. It's called into my wave indicator. And what's cool about this thing is that not only, that, which is cool by itself, the colors are pretty, but also what we did, we ran some math on this little, in this code, right? About 170 lines of code. And we figured out basically a relationship between when price action, right? This candlestick right here, this big old green candlestick, when it breaks out, right? What's that candlestick's mathematical relationship to the prior candlesticks before it? Also, what is the move and what is the relationship to the underlying moving averages? So we did the math, we crunched it, ran it through a ton of data, and we found basically this relationship between the size of this breakout, right? So we print out a call, right, when the momentum is going up, put when it's going down, but on the size of the breakout to either direction. And we can basically figure out through math the statistical probability of the profit target of that move, right? So for instance, in this breakout, you see that when it broke out, we got this call, $23 or so. The price target was $27. Now, this is, a great way to know when to exit a trade. When you have the wave indicator, what you do, you wait for the call or the put signal, and you wait till that stock moves up towards the profit target line. Now it's next to something. It doesn't mean that the momentum is done, but it means maybe trim some positions, take profits completely if you want, or trim your positions. But sometimes the momentum keeps going, as you see here. And what's cool about this is if you had this, and if we had been looking at this ticker back in late August, we would have seen, the call get printed. It rose just like the wave indicator said it would, right? And now what's interesting about this is that momentum is still going. We have not gotten a put signal. So a put signal would get printed out when that momentum shifts, right? when the relationship between the down move on the candlestick would change vis-a-vis the previous candles here, plus the moving averages would start to compress and cross over each other. That would be a good sign.
I'm going to say you can see where it consolidated right there on that line though for a week.
Exactly.
And I mean, right then I'd be taking profit just because I wouldn't want any more time decay to come on me.
Exactly. Yeah, and you can structure these trades however you want, which is really cool about that. You could do a debit spread, you could do an options, you can take an out of the money option at this profit target, get some, get some pretty big gains on that. You could do a debit spread when you see a call, and you just mean that, which means, hey, if it goes up to here, I'm going to be looking real pretty on that debit spread.
Yeah.
So you could do whatever. You could sell puts at this level. When you see a call, sell a put, be like, okay, well, the momentum's going up. I can sell a put, get 20 bucks in premium on the week, rinse and repeat next week and the week after that until I see something significant change with the wave indicator. So I use this every day. I really like it. And we have a little, I have a little training set up for everyone who wants to see how it works. And how they can use it, because it's really simple. It takes like one click to plug into your trading platform. So you want to go ahead and get started with that, Blake?
Absolutely. Yeah, this is super simple, and I encourage everybody to use it because I use it. If you ever see my screen, it's on my chart. So works great. It's great for determining your bias on the day and really just helps you trade. So